What's going on, Screaming Eagles? This is Jet Eagle 101 here. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. In our last video, we were inspecting the case of a sailor known as Black Peter and why he was impaled into the wall with a harpoon. We have a suspect at the moment, a young Nigel, so we're gonna go find out what his deal is and what his role is in this murder. So let us find out. Let's go question him one more time. John Nigels, okay.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
Very good progress.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Well, interesting. But before we do that, I am going to go see Dr. Good Watson and see if he can help us out on a little experiment. Here he is. Hello.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Oh, Toby. What's through this telescope, I wonder? Ah! Big old lady in the window. Why is there a big old lady in the window?
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Okay. So, we gotta go run over to Woodmans League and see if we can find anything. Alright. Well, at least they got rid of the body.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Well, since we're here, let's
1883. That's the one I need.
look at the
This
ship locks.
is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual.
Nope.
Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Interesting. So, find a use. Task Wiggins. All right. Well, let's see here. Is our widow still around here? Yeah, she is. Maybe she got some information, I suppose.
Who could do such
Nope.
a thing?
No information there, so let's go to Whitechapel's butcher and go investigate a little experiment. You know, for games like these, I actually like these crime-solving games. They're very interesting.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise, yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Okay.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
And that was right on the mark, too.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
I kind of let go of that one by accident.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Right. There we go. I got it.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Well, let's see here. Pin to the wall. I don't think it would be lucky. At times, well, there is a chance of luck, but it's very slim. So, I'm going to say maybe not so lucky. I'm just going to pull strength on this one. Okay. Well, let's go to Scotland Yard and see if we can find anything else about this information. If not, we'll have to go back to Baker Street and call in Little Wiggins.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Right.
I wonder if these are connected. Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
So it has. Although, wait a minute, it doesn't seem right. Woo, excuse me. Blech, excuse me. Well, let's see what I talked to.
Locked.
Ah.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Sure. Well, time to go back to Baker Street and call on dear Wiggins and see if he can help us out on this investigation.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Alright. Time to call on dear Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Well, let's see what Lestrade wants this time. I bet he has some information. Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard has some information, I hope.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodmans League noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Breathtaking indeed. So, a new suspect.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Boots?
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
I do remember something. I remember the footprint trace that we found near the garden. Let's go check that out real quickly. We got a new pair of boots. I bet these ones will match. And while we're doing so, we'll stop by Baker Street.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Well, we figured out something. Well, since we're here and about, maybe this nice little lady here would tell us something.
Who could do
Nope, she can't tell us anything yet. All right. Yeah, Baker Street. Okay, let's see. Let us analyze this paper.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. Well, let's see if that works. I hope. Ah, it did not work. Yeah, I'm a very good chemist, so... Interesting. Alright, let's go back to Scotland Yard and go find out what he meant. A nice little ride, and now we shall go back here.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
You're a tough one, aren't you? Well, don't think that it's not going to stop me from finding out about you. Oh, hello. Right here. Old scar. I didn't even know that was a scar. Same. Hey, that's the same one on that book we saw with the missus. Gardener's hands.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodmans League?
Woodmans League? I've never been there.
Yeah, right. Whoops. I guess that was not... that's what I thought it was.
Tell me, Mr.
Woodmans League? I've never been there.
I think you have. There we go.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
No.
Now that your presence at Woodmans League has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
I would say
Because
you're a
you
gardener.
are the gardener at Woodmans League.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
This guy just wants to keep everything to himself. He doesn't want to talk.
I did as you asked, and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodmans League.
What am I doing here?
Interesting. So, we gotta go back to Woodmans League to find out what he was hiding. I wonder. Now you gotta tell me something. Excuse me. Whew.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodmans League. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Alright.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Oh. Wooden planks. Ill-fitting plank.
Let us see what is in this box.
A small wooden box, eh? There we go. No pick-locking skills never hurt. What the? These are just letters.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
A secret relationship, it seems. What can you tell me about that?
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You declare the denied this.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Well.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
I would say it's pretty harmless flirting. There we go. There we go. Nah, I don't think he would, because we still have one evidence of a non-smoker. I wonder if he will answer to any more questions about that. Let's run down the Scotland Yard real quickly and find out.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
We'll find out in just a minute, but I want to talk to...
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here?
None. The Strahd.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Well, let's run down back to Baker Street. See if we can find out anything else. Anything new, I suppose?
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
It was kind of the first one I just saw
Wiggins,
right there.
could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Now I think I get some evidence.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Alright. Well, we're going to end the video from right here. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button. If you got something to say about it, hit it down in the comment section. Want to be part of the Screaming Eagles for more exclusive content? Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification for more upcoming videos by Jet Eagle 101. And as always, I will see you later. Have a good one!